Hello, the theme of this week's video is vomiting. It's something we're seeing an awful lot of at the moment. There is a viral bug going around, but it's something that causes a lot of stress to pets and owners alike. And I know to our own cost this week with our own dogs, we've seen a fair amount of vomiting. There are a couple of causes of vomiting. If you break it down into two systems, it could be the brain, for instance, if you get seasick, or it can be as a result of irritation within the stomach. So whenever an animal comes to us that's vomiting, the first thing we need to ask is which one of these two systems is it that's causing it? Now, if there is a problem in the brain that's causing it, we'll usually do a neurological examination at the same time to check balance, look for ear problems, that sort of thing. Anything that can cause that sort of spinning seasickness feeling which can cause vomiting. The stomach causes are varied. Basically, anything that causes inflammation within the stomach or an overfilling within the stomach can cause vomiting. So we're looking at things like viral or bacterial infections, parasites. We're looking at obstructions within the outflow of the stomach, the sort of the pyloric region, something stuck in there. I've done a couple of videos on removing foreign bodies, especially those rawhide chews from there. But also things like stomach ulceration, commonly caused by painkillers. So we often give out painkillers called non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, and probably the most common one is Metacam or Loxicam, which has got meloxicam in it. And essentially these drugs block the ability of the stomach to produce the alkaline gel layer, which protects the side of the stomach from the acid that's in there. Other problems that can cause vomiting in the stomach. So you could have a tumour or a growth in there. Like I say, there can be disturbances within the gastrointestinal flora and fauna. And the other thing that causes retching rather than vomiting is a twisted stomach. So it's quite important when you come in to let us know whether anything is coming up, because of the twisted stomach, we wouldn't expect anything to actually be ejected from the stomach at all because of the twist that's in the top there. So practically, what does that mean for you at home if you've got a dog that's vomiting? Well, the first thing is it brain or stomach? 99% of the time it's something in the stomach. Okay, so if they look okay and but they're sort of neurologically look fine, but they're vomiting, then the next thing I would be doing is, okay, have we got a parasite burden? So the next question would be, have I wormed them recently? Check the worming status. If that's all fine, then if there's no history of eating any foreign bodies like socks, etc., that pretty clinically well, then I'd be looking at starving them for just 24 hours and no more. There's no point going more than 24 hours because they'll start to become dehydrated and start to look clinically more unwell. During that starve time, I would be withdrawing all food, just giving small amounts of water regularly, just to see if it settles down, because as we all know, 24-hour gastric viruses look really bad when they come, but they generally clear up pretty quickly. With cats, I would add in the possibility of Furballs as well. So I would check their worming status. If they're long-haired cats or anxious cats or cats that like to groom themselves, there is a fair risk of having a furball in there as well. So you might want to give something like liquid paraffin or a preparation like Catalax, which is essentially meat paste mixed with paraffin. And what that does, it helps to smooth the passage of the furballs through the stomach into the intestines. The important thing with these is that really you shouldn't let them get to a stage where they're becoming dehydrated, or if there is any history of sock or clothing or any kind of foreign body ingestion, then that can be an emergency, so they need to be seen sooner rather than later. Like I say, I wouldn't starve them for more than 24 hours because that becomes counterproductive. But just make sure your basics are covered with vomiting. If they have vomited in the house on the carpet, then soak it up. It can be pretty acidic, so I would try and clean it up as soon as possible before any carpets or wood flooring is affected by it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.